Hey you guys, and welcome back. This entire week, every day, I will be posting a video on ColourPop. Today I am going to be doing a first impressions. This is actually the first video that I'm filming in this series because I wanted to be wearing the products in the haul that you would have seen yesterday. I'm really excited to do this Brand Slam week. I know that a lot of you have been asking for one on ColourPop since I started doing Brand Slams on my channel. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy this video. Thank you so much for watching, and let's just go ahead and get started. I also want to mention that I already have my base makeup on, my concealer, and my bronzer because I didn't pick up a bronzer from ColourPop this time around. They had nothing in stock when I went to purchase, and I had to purchase pretty early. Like I purchased back from their website back in September, and I didn't know how long the shipping would take to get to Canada. So I just wanted to make sure I had enough time to test out the products and get the Brand Slam week up. At the time that I ordered, there was nothing like from their bronzers, like nothing was in stock. And I would have tried out the foundation, the Pretty Fresh foundation and concealer, but I want to save that for another video this week. I just put on my regular L'Oreal BB cream and my regular L'Oreal Age Perfect concealer. And I've also done my brows because ColourPop had no brow products in stock that were my color. I was pretty frustrated when I was ordering stuff off their site, I'm not gonna lie. It's just like nothing was in stock. I did get two eyeshadow palettes. I got their Good as Gold eyeshadow palette and their Flutterby, and I didn't realize till after, but both of these have butterflies on them. I also got a Super Shock cheek blush and a Super Shock cheek highlighter, so I'll use those today. This is also a lot smaller than I thought. For some reason I thought these palettes would be bigger, but the pans are really tiny and the whole palette is pretty small. I might use this, or I could use the Flutterby palette that is more of like the mauvey tones. I think I'm going to use Good as Gold because this doesn't really match my whole look today. I think I'm going to take the first shade here, which is State of Mind. This is the first time I've ever used ColourPop eyeshadows, so I'm really excited to try them out. People seem to rant and rave about the ColourPop eyeshadow formulas, so we'll see how it compares to other formulas at the drugstore. My favorite shadow formula is, I think, the BH Cosmetics eyeshadow formula. I feel like those are just amazing. They blend really nicely and they're really easy to use. I'm going to take the shade Bold Rush, which is this brown. There's not that many mattes in this palette, I guess. It does have a matte black and a matte, like that State of Mind was kind of a good setting shade, so it does have those essential mattes that I do like to have in a palette, but most of them in here are shimmers, it looks like. And then you get the shade Gold Team, like the AU team. AU is the symbol for gold on the periodic table. The Gold Team shade looks like it is a pressed glitter, maybe. Okay, this shade in Bold Rush isn't blending out as nicely as I thought it would. I don't know, for some reason I guess I was just thinking that it would blend a little bit easier. It just looks a little patchy on my eyes. I know this side of my face looks darker. It's just the shadow from the window. I think I'm going to take a smaller brush and go in with the shade Big Brooch. It has a little bit of glitter in it, so it's not fully matte. Oh, this one has a lot of powder. I think I just dug into it way too hard. But I wanted to add a darker brown to the crease. I don't think the glitters will show up as much on this one, but this is so powdery. Oh my gosh. I just got all this fallout under my eyes now. Yeah, this Big Brooch shade is definitely powdery. It is really pigmented though. Okay, I want to take the fluffy brush again, and with no product on it, I'm just going to kind of blend around the edges of this dark brown shade. And yeah, like I suspected, the glitters don't really show up, so it kind of does work in the outer corner as just like a deep brown matte shade. And look how much, I'm like scared to tip this over, but there is so much powder on this shade right now. I'm gonna just blow it off, I think, because it's gonna get all over this palette. I think I'm gonna try and use the Gold Team shade, which is this one. It looks really chunky, so I don't know. It also seems to be flaking off a lot. Maybe you're supposed to use your fingers with this. I want to try my finger, maybe kind of pat it onto my lid. Maybe I was supposed to use a glitter primer. Definitely packing on when you use your finger. It wasn't really picking up on the brush, so I think for this shade a finger is probably your best bet. This one doesn't really feel like it has those hard glitters in it though. It feels more like a cream metallic shade. The one that is a chunky glitter shade is Golden Touch, which is this one. It has a little asterisk on it, and then on the back it says not intended for use in the immediate eye area. So I think this is that pressed glitter shade that you're not supposed to use, or you're just supposed to use it really carefully and at your own risk. And I think this Gold Team shade is just a creamy metallic. It is really pretty though. Like, I like how it kind of looks like flakes of gold a little bit on the lids. I don't know if that's like showing through on camera. I'm gonna add a little bit of black, and let's do this. I'm gonna just tap into it lightly. I'm gonna just add a little bit of black to the outer corner here. And I'm just going to blend this in. Might have to use like a metallic shade, I think, to blend the gold shade into this matte outer corner. I'm going to take the shade Nugget About It, which is this one. It's a metallic-y, bronzy shade, and I'm going to use this one with a brush. We'll see how the metallics apply. And I'm going to just apply this color in between the outer corner and the gold shade. Just want things to kind of blend in a little bit easier. I'm going to go back into the shade Bold Rush, which was the light brown matte, and I'm going to use this in the crease area to make sure that everything is nice and blended up here. And then I think around the edges, I'm going to take that initial transition shade in State of Mind. I'm going to use this shade to blend around. I kind of wanted to try out the, I don't know actually, might be like really tricky, but I kind of wanted to try out their black liquid liner. This is their BFF liquid liner, and I just picked up the shade Black. Maybe, I don't know, I don't want to like ruin the look that much, but I am going to see if I can apply this and also try and get it on camera. Usually find I can't apply liquid liner on camera. It's just too stressful and I get really, really close to my mirror. I just added the liner to the outer half. I didn't wing it or anything. Yeah, I don't know if I want to wing it. I might just add a really small baby wing off camera, and then I'll pop right back on and we will finish off the face, try out some new products, and then we'll be done. Okay, so I added a really sloppy wing. It actually applied quite easily with this liner. I'm not the best at wings. I still need to kind of practice them, but it was not too hard to apply the wings. I know they're uneven, but yeah, overall that wasn't that horrible of an experience. Okay, so let's move on and do some blush, highlighter, etc. The Super Shock Cheek, which I find really hard to say, Super Shock Cheek, I picked up is in the shade Between the Sheets. I think was one of their best sellers, which is why I picked it up. I didn't really know too much about their blushes. I think what I'm going to do is take my stipple brush, which is what I use to apply my bronzer, and just go in directly into this. I've never tried or touched the Super Shock formula before. I kind of want to feel it with my finger, but I know it's like a kind of hybrid cream powder finish. Ooh, that's kind of pretty. It definitely feels like a creamy powder. If there is a better way to apply these Super Shock creams, let me know. This blush is a really pretty color behind the sheets. It's kind of a neutral pink shade. I feel like it could work with any eye look. It's like a mauvey everyday blush on me. I wanted to try the Super Shock cheek. This is their highlighter, I think, and it's in the shade Flexitarian, which was another one of their bestsellers, I think. This one, it's kind of like a champagne shade. I think I am going to apply this with my finger. Really squishy. I love formulas like these where they're kind of like hybrid creams. I'm just going to apply a little bit to both cheeks with my finger. I probably went too much. I want to apply a little bit on my nose, between my brows or the bridge of my nose, on my chin, and Cupid's bow a little bit, and maybe a little bit, oh no, too much, on the center of my forehead. And then I want to blend it out on my cheeks. Actually surprisingly easy to blend. For some reason I thought it would be trickier, that it would be more creamy, not as powdery, but it is pretty easy to blend out. That's kind of pretty. I don't know, I'm not like super into highlighters right now. I just haven't worn highlighter in a long time, and I really only picked up this shade because I felt like I needed to try it out during Brand Span week. I'm sure you can make it way more intense, but I don't really like intense highlighters. I don't know why this like gold eyeshadow is coming all the way down onto my lower lash line. I'm just going to quickly powder my face and apply a setting spray. And while my setting spray is drying, I'm gonna finish off the lower lash line. So I'm going to take the shade Bold Rush, which was that matte brown, and I'm just gonna run this along my lower lash line. I'm just going to do the usual. I don't want to do anything too crazy. I always feel kind of nervous when testing out new products, and I don't like doing anything risky, I guess, for me. Adding 24 karat into my inner corner, like a pretty champagne-y, light champagne inner corner. It's not too sparkly either, which is good. Oh, you know what? I want to use the gel liner. So I picked this up from their one of their most recent collections, and it's the gel liner in the shade, I think it's in the shade Juniper. Yes, Juniper. So I really wanted to pick up one of their like brown liners, and I also wanted to pick up one of their colorful liners, but nothing was in stock. So Juniper, since it had just come out, was actually in stock. So I want to use it on the lower lash line. I heard that these are really waterproof and will last on your lower lash lines for a long time, which is good for me because I have very watery eyes, and most of the time I have to use waterproof. I don't know if I really like the shade. I definitely would have picked up a different shade if there had been anything available, but I mean, it's okay. I think I want to take the black shade and then a flat liner brush, and I'm going to take this and just add it to the outer corner of my lower lash line to kind of connect towards that wing. I think I like smoked that out too much on the wing. Ooh, you know what? I kind of want to try adding maybe that O-Team shade. I don't know. I kind of want to add something to the inner corner here, but everything is really gold. Obviously this is like a gold palette, but I think everything's almost too gold. Well, I can maybe take this shade. It's called Gilded. Oh, it's another asterisk. So that is another, this shade right here in Gilded is another pressed glitter. So that shade and that shade at the top. Maybe I'll take Gold Star, which is beside it. I'm just gonna take a little bit of this with a small flat shader brush, and I'm going to use it to add some gold to the lower lash line. If you guys have used ColourPop shadows before, let me know how you feel and how you feel about those pressed glitters, and if you use them on your eyes. If you do use them on your eyes as eyeshadow, do you use a glitter primer, or like how, I don't know, like how do you use it? I'm gonna stop there with the eyes and just add some mascara, and then we'll come back and finish off the look with a lipstick. So those are the eyes completed. I feel like the Gold Team shade is a little bit flaky, and I think because it's so creamy, it kind of just stuck to my lid. I don't know if that was the intent, to give it that like fake gold flakiness to it, which is kind of nice, I guess. I just don't know if I applied it correctly for that effect, but that's the completed eyes. I did want to finish the look off with some lips. I picked up all of their blur stick formula, like their Lippie stick formula that just came out with their new collection. I wanted to do a full lip swatch and review on this blur formula because I love their Blur Luxe lipsticks, like their bullet form lipsticks, and I love their ultra blotted lipsticks, like their liquid lipsticks. So I thought, why not get the Blur Lippie sticks and give them like a full dedicated video. I also got their lip oil. This one is in the shade Local Time. I think this came out with their garden collection because it's all in different packaging. That's another thing I don't really like about ColourPop. I feel like they always release things in collections, but the packaging is always different depending on the collection, which I guess is fine when you're buying the collection. But if you're just buying random ColourPop products, now all of them kind of look different. I don't know, it's just me. I guess I just like things to look the same and like consistent. So I think maybe I'll use one of these shades from the blurs. I want to take the shade Coyote Ugly, which kind of looks like it'll match with this. Oh, they have a strong scent. Oh, they feel really nice though. Okay, they smell really bad, but they look and apply really pretty. Just can't get over that scent. That's like a horrible scent. Oh, this is like the perfect match with my shirt today. So that was, again, Coyote Ugly. That completes this makeup look. I'm just gonna zoom you guys out and talk you through my initial thoughts on all of the products that I tried, and that will kind of sum up this video. Let's start with the eyeshadow palette. It's a lot smaller than I thought. The pans are a lot tinier than I thought they would be. I think things always surprise me by how much smaller they are. Like they always look bigger in people's videos and pictures and stuff, and then when they actually arrive, they're always like so much smaller than I imagined. I do like the shadows in here. I love the shade selection. I like that they threw in a bronzy shimmer because if it had just been these gold shades, solely those gold shades, I don't know how I would feel about this palette. This shade was surprisingly really pretty. Like I love the way it looks on the eyes. The only things I'm kind of concerned about are the pressed glitters, so I'm gonna have to see and watch some reviews, I think, to see how other people apply them and use them. But they do look pretty. I was just kind of nervous to use them on my eyes. Pretty positive first impressions on this formula. Then I tried out their Super Shock Cheek Blush in the shade Between the Sheets. I liked it. I think it's a really cool formula, and I feel like ColourPop was one of the first to come out with this like hybrid cream powder formula. It blended really easily on the cheeks. I think it's a color that works for everyday purposes. It's just a pretty like mauve neutral blush shade. So yeah, I'll see how it lasts throughout the day and if it fades really quickly or anything, but I do like the color and I liked how it applied. The Super Shock Cheek Highlighter. This is the pearlized formula in the shade Flexitarian. I don't know if I just don't really like this because I don't like highlighters anymore, but I don't know. It was nothing special to me. It does look nice. It's just not, I don't know, like maybe I'll just swatch it. It's really soft and metallic-y. I just don't know if I really like highlighters that much anymore. I just feel like I didn't have any like joy from applying it. I don't know. I'm just like so on that product. I probably would never purchase another one of these. I would purchase another one of their blushes, but probably not their highlighters. And then what else did I try out? I tried out their liquid liner, the BFF liquid liner in the black shade. Again, it was pretty good. Like I don't really have any complaints about it. It was pretty easy to use, and even though I like am terrible at doing wings, I didn't find it that hard, I guess, so it's good for beginners. It looked pretty matte and pretty black as well. I'll see how it lasts throughout the day. Like I said, I do have pretty watery eyes. My eyes are really dry all the time, so I tear up a lot and I have really watery eyes, and also there's something on my eyes right now that is making my eyes water. I don't know if it was the eyeshadows or that one of the eyeliners, but my eyes are watery right now, so I'll see how it wears throughout the day, and I'll try it again on a day that I'm not wearing any eyeshadow to see how it performs on just like my bare lids. Juniper, like their gel liner, I don't know if I mean it does look really dark and it's pretty smooth. I'm pressing really lightly because I don't want to damage the tip. It did apply smoothly on my lid. So I don't know. Again, I think it's a product that I'll have to try when I'm not wearing any eyeshadow to see how it really performs. Just trying to see if it smudges off. It's kind of disappearing, but it's not smudging, which is good. This eyeliner can last on my waterline all day, or at least like 8-10 hours, and not fade away or smudge off. I think I will like it. I just wish I had been able to pick up one of the shades I actually wanted, because again, like I said, everything on ColourPop's website was out of stock. Frustrating. It like makes me not want to purchase from them again, because it was just like me waiting for the products to be restocked and not knowing if or when they were going to be. So anyway, and the last thing I tried out was their Blur Lippie Stick. Again, this is from their new collection, and it is in Coyote Ugly. I do really like the color. It applied really evenly, pigmented. It does kind of have that blotted lip look. I do like the Lippie Stick formula in general. Like the Matte X, and the Creme formula have all been really good, and I've enjoyed them. So hopefully I will like the blurs as well. I think I will. So that sums up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you are liking Brand Slam Week. I mentioned at the beginning, I'll be testing out all the products that I haven't used yet that I picked up in this haul. So you'll either see them on my face in a video, or you'll see me apply them. But I hope you enjoyed today's first impressions. Thank you as always for watching. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Please subscribe if you would like to see more videos. And I will see you tomorrow in day 3.